Okay, so these industry-leading wages in the United States, at least, $15 an hour, which means an Amazon employee who puts in a 10-hour day, a 50-hour week, takes no vacation, no sick days, take home $39,000 a year. Deduct federal, state, local taxes, Social Security, blah, 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 less than $32K a year if they live in New York State. According to a calculation by Money.com, it takes founder Jeff Bezos just under 9 seconds to earn what Amazon's median worker does in a year. Is that an incredibly egregious wealth gap or a stupid comparison because without Bezos they wouldn't have a job?
It's a completely, it's not a right comparison. Yes, it's good to be the king. It's good that Jeff Bezos makes as much money as he does for being an innovator. And Amazon is paying fair market wages for warehouse workers. But even Jeff Bezos himself has sent out the signal last week when he was telling people that they're launching a $700 million education initiative for their employees to get out. Because even at $15 an hour, these jobs are not going to be around in 10 years. All the factory workers are going to be replaced by robots 100%. So it's good that people are making what they're making now, even though that's not a lot of money in the big picture. But in due time, all the humans are going to be replaced anyway with artificial intelligence and robots handling all the pick, packing, shipping, distribution, and everything in those warehouses.
So your miserable, crappy job with the miserable, crappy wages isn't going to last, so time to leave. At the end of the, Amazon doesn't seem concerned by the industrial action and the impact it's having on this big two-day sales event. I'll listen to the VP, Vice President here of Amazon Prime.
We have a lot of redundancy in place for it. We have over 175 fulfillment centers globally to make sure that Prime member experiences are not disrupted during this event as well. But we take, concerns of our employees obviously very, very seriously as well. But I'm really actually proud of the working conditions in our fulfillment centers.
One worker from an Amazon warehouse in Minnesota told CNN, "We're humans, not robots. They're treating us like machines." And they will be, I guess, in a short amount of time. These complaints, though, by Amazon workers, they're not new. Some have complained in the past they're not allowed to sit down at work. Bathroom breaks are timed. It's all very regimented. This is just economic reality, right? Consumers want stuff delivered quickly. They don't want to pay a whole lot for it, and that's the end result.
Yeah, pretty much. If anybody wants to point the fingers, we just have to look at ourselves for demanding like these efficiencies in the marketplace to get our products right now, because of that. And yeah, people are being timed and the work conditions are monotonous and boring and hot and strenuous and you're on your feet all day. And it's not the ideal situation for any type of a job where you seek any fulfillment. But it's a way to put it's a way to put food on the table for your children, but it's not a way of life. We're trying to advance beyond that stage, so hopefully these people can take advantage of these education programs to learn more about artificial intelligence and programming and data analysis and international drop shipping and other means of making money through these systems. But these labor jobs pay the bills in markets where there might not be other jobs available. These are, the pay is double the minimum wage. There are 175 distribution centers around America alone, 300,000 employees in America, 500,000 around the world, 90%, 95% of which are the warehouse workers and the delivery people for Amazon. But in time, these jobs will disappear.
And look, I should say there is dignity in work, no matter what that work is. To go out there and to earn a wage and to provide for yourself and your family is not to be laughed at. So just to put that out there, is there a cost here though to Amazon's image, its reputation? Is there enough consumers out there, a significant number, who will look at this and decide, I'm not going to use Amazon because of the way they treat their staff, and then ultimately, doesn't that just hurt the workers?
Ultimately, not really. I mean, yes, because of social media, because of the way we're all connected, we're much more aware of factory conditions than we were in the time of Upton Sinclair or Charles Dickens or anything like that. But there's always been a dirty underbelly around most labor anyway. And because of their size, there are going to be a lot more accidents because of the number of people that they hire. But it's not going to prevent people from tapping into the convenience of purchasing from Amazon to get the things that they want when they need it at the price that they want.
Just quickly, Tuesday, all the big tech giants will be in the congressional hot seat on Capitol Hill in the United States. Amazon, Google, Facebook, Apple. The question is, should they be broken up in an antitrust case? But if you look at what these companies are being accused of doing, Amazon undercutting the competition, Google and Facebook, essentially offer free services. Antitrust cases are built on prices that hurt the consumers. This is the law which was brought out to break up, the phone companies, as well as, the Standard Oil and the railways 100 years ago, or 50 years ago, the telephone companies' cases. This is not a law in step with the 21st century.
Yeah, it's really bizarre because I mean, if you break up these companies, then you've got that many more companies to manage. But then again, you also have all this data in the hands of a handful of companies, whether it's Apple, Google, Facebook, Amazon. And, you know, because they own the markets that they run, it's hard for any competition to come in to provide any type of real run for their money. But it's a hard thing because, as Congress showed last year, they don't have a basic understanding of how the internet works to even understand how to govern these companies to begin with. So I'm kind of curious to see what the outcome is going to be tomorrow from the testimony and see what leads from that. But, you know, there needs to be some oversight. They've all said it themselves. But we need to decide what that oversight is and how that information is shared between these companies and the government and how those companies are being observed for their practices.
Yeah. It's an interesting problem for many in Congress because they don't really understand what these companies are doing. Scott, good to see you. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, John. Appreciate it, man.